This was such a fun bass music party in Montreuil, just outside of Paris. And you know how I found it was actually just because the DJs posted about it. It was the three DJs, and they did a collaborative post with the venue. I just so happened to see it and was like, this looks like a cool party, let's go. But also was interesting because I made a video last week talking about how to find parties in Paris. And this venue, the very next night from when we went, they had a party with baile trama, which is Brazilian music, and completely different music. So it really just shows how the people organizing the party is the best way to find out about different events. And maybe you live near Montreuil, so you could just look up this venue and see what they have going on all the time. But even just looking at what they had going on, it was so all over the place. I don't know if it would be the most efficient way to find events by going through the venue. But yeah, so I've told you before in other videos when I tell you about different venues in Paris or outside of Paris, and I always have a great time when I leave Paris. This is technically not even at the end of the metro line, but it was outside of the Paris city limit in Montreuil. And anytime I go to Montreuil, I have a fun time. The people are so much more relaxed. Even the security, like I think I just saw one person at some point during the night who resembled security, but it was so relaxed. Walking in, didn't get searched at all because I didn't have a bag. The woman in front of me who did have a bag, she had a reusable water bottle, and they were just like, okay, you have to drink it before you come in. Like they were so relaxed about it. And I really appreciate that. I also appreciate that they had accessible water the entire time, that they kept refilling, because I hate having to ask for water when I'm out. I know it's such a simple thing. I know it's like a social anxiety thing to just deal with and get over, but sometimes I just want to get water and not have to speak to someone about it, you know? And even here, the smoke room was really nice, which you will never hear me say normally about an indoor smoking room because they feel like a cancer room. But this one, the ceilings were high and it had like some kind of vent or something going outside. So it wasn't that bad. It didn't feel like you were choking on smoke. And if it was colder outside, it would have been a lot nicer because then you wouldn't have to dress up to go outside and be warm when you smoke. As much as I love talking about partying in Paris and all the searching that I do, going to different events and looking for different organizers, I'm really just searching for that feeling the first time I went to Berlin. Honestly, every time I go to Berlin, but that first time I went to Berlin, it was just on a whim because I heard it was a great place for women to party solo. I went by myself. I had a fantastic time. An incredible time. And I've just been searching for that same feeling in Paris and it's not happening. So I'm just going to have to go to Berlin. And I thought it'd be fun to do a group trip to where you can tell me what your interests are. I give you personalized recommendations to what to do during the day. You can have your little solo exploration, but then at night you have a group of people that you can look to in case you just want to not feel so awkward, maybe about going out by yourself at night. And I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to find all of the parties and just to share what I love about Berlin so much with you. So you can find out all of the information about it at freethebrie.com/party in Berlin. And I forgot to mention the yoga. There's some yoga and meditation included because depending on what you like to take, if you go out, but meditation will be really nice to ground down. The yoga is going to be great for stretching, to be able to last on the dance floor for hours. And yeah, I think it's going to be such a nice balance of partying, relaxing, solo exploring. But also this place was really nice because I didn't see a coat check, but they were definitely the type of place you could just throw your stuff in a corner, tie it to a banister, leave it on a chair. They had seating, they had some tables lying around, and Will told me what it used to be. I think it was a theater or something. I have to check back, but they basically just reinvented themselves as a music venue space. They had signs up in the bathroom, which is always a nice touch. No one was watching the bathrooms, which is, again, a nice touch. What else? I mean, everything about it was really nice. I really liked the lights. They were colorful and moody and fun. The sound system, it was okay. It was good. Like, you walk in, you're like, okay, this is going to be a fun night. But they didn't really have a subwoofer, so it didn't have, like, that deep bass pulling you in type of thing. But I also didn't need earplugs, which was kind of fun to just, like, I don't know, just be, like, at a music party where I didn't feel like I was losing my hearing. But yeah, I mean, I still think it was really nice. The DJs were great. And also the crowd was so great. And that has a lot to do with the organizers. And like I said, it was the DJs who advertised it for it on Instagram. So this is the people that they were bringing. And, you know, you can tell a lot by the type of event it's going to be based on the DJs that are going to be playing there and what kind of posts they make on Instagram. Like, are they posting because they're trying to get likes, or are they just posting because they just went somewhere 3 years ago on the beach and they want to share a picture about it 2 years later? I don't know. So I could tell that this is going to be nice. Everyone there was so nice. At some point, some guy took his shoes off and was dancing around barefoot. And what I also really liked about this crowd was that no one was on their phone. I was on my phone sometimes because I would like have ideas and write them down, but no one was taking videos. Everyone was just there dancing or talking because, you know, they love to talk on the dance floor. But it was such a nice night. I really enjoyed it a lot. And it was interesting too about this venue because it's so unexpected. It's in the middle of a shopping mall. And when you leave the venue, you don't hear the music at all, probably because there's not a subwoofer, but you don't hear it in any way, shape, or form. You cannot tell from when you exit that there is a party going on. And I think that's so fun. So if you like this kind of music, I'm going to add the names for the DJs who are playing so you can see what other events they will be having in Paris. And if you're interested about different parties in Paris for techno, Brazilian music parties. I go to a lot of different things, and I like to review the venues and see if they're worth your time, money, and energy, and also share about different collectives. So if you're into that, then check out what else I have in the Paris Nightlife series, and I'll see you in the next video.